Good morning, all. Welcome to SLD 506 Sports Entrepreneurship class, summer session one. This is a shorter version. As you know, it's only 5 weeks starting today and ending on Sunday, June 29th. As always, folks, if you have any questions, please, best way is, I mean, obviously you can email me, but I know folks aren't always checking their emails. So if you want if you have a question immediately, just text me at 857-888-1222, or you can call 7 days a week. So the accessibility and the customer service will always be there for you guys. Nothing will change. So as I switch over here let me share my screen, the syllabus, which I've mailed out and sent out. Uh, Regarding the course. Again, contact information's up there. Nothing's changed. 857-888-1222. Email address, learning outcomes, and then something new that's been added on a couple of months ago regarding AI and generating AI or ChatGPT. Again, you know, I allow students to use it, but we're not going to cut, copy, and paste. Again, this is graduate level work. Guys, especially this course here, if you are serious about opening up your own business, which I'll go into detail about the business that I have here and, kind of what that accompanies in terms of LLCs and S Corps. And so it's, probably be wise to, again, if you have any questions, please reach out. Regarding the textbook, I just ordered another copy for myself. It'll be here on Wednesday. So if you go on to Amazon, I ordered a book previous, but for some reason I lent it to a student and they did not return it. So I had to purchase another one at I think it's like $23. It's short money. So it's a good book, good foundational piece. I use it for my businesses. I've owned, and I'll talk more about it, the businesses that I've owned from, I used to own my own heat press and silk screen, the apparel industry. I owned a relay race starting in New Orleans, ending in Pensacola, Florida, to an athlete advising group to myself and another gentleman. It's the first business I opened up in Austin, Texas. So again, we'll go a little bit more in depth on that. And in the KLR video that you guys will watch, I'll send that out. Definitely helped me in terms of working with tax services as well. But again, 5-week course. This is a fun course. Myself and another gentleman, Clint Henderson, who used to teach in the program, we both designed this course. Clint owns Every Brand Apparel, which you might have watched a couple of his recordings in the past, but I'll have Clint on again. And Clint, twofold, gave me the idea of the relay race and also opening up my own heat press silk screen. I've worked with him for many years with Every Brand Apparel. So a lot of great resources there. Please, again, guys, I ask the folks that I connect you with, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't reach out to them. So please reach out. And especially if you are serious about starting your own business. Again, that's the way I learn as well in terms of I'm always picking folks' brains in terms of folks that have successful businesses and helping me navigate, working with attorneys to tax folks to marketing to revenue to expenses. So it's definitely, it'll be helpful. And again, if you just want to you're taking this course as an elective to kind of get a general sense, knowledge of what it would take, that's fine as well. So week one, pretty straightforward. Your 6 questions listed there. The last one, another great connection, is listen to one episode of Warriors Unmasked. A good friend of mine, Chuck Thuss, who owns 2 businesses, the Warriors Unmasked and Compassionate Connections. The folks that are connected with me on LinkedIn, I'm always reposting Chuck's wonderful podcast. But also make sure you subscribe to his podcast on either Apple or Spotify. I connected with him on Spotify, and reflect on an episode and consider how would you go about creating your own sports business podcast of your own, and then what topics would you cover, and who would be your audience, and what the platform you would use for that podcast as well. So pretty straightforward. Again, Chuck, another great contact, which I'll connect you with him as well. But please check out his company, Warriors Unmasked, and Compassionate Connections. So again, I'm giving you guys a couple of different ideas, in terms of open up your own business. But if you have your own idea, please reach out to me. Where this course goes so fast, probably reach out to me this week. And if you're kind of stuck, I'll help generate some ideas. Your first discussion, 100 points due this Sunday, midnight. Identify one successful sport entrepreneur around the world. What makes them successful? Discuss their journey. Did they face any challenges or adversity to get where they got to? Again, if you want to look at Mark Cuban. Gary Vee is fantastic. I listen to a lot of his podcasts. I have a lot of his books, as well as Mel Robbins as well. I know she's not sports per se, but just in terms of her navigating the entrepreneurship world, and just the advice that she gives is tremendous. But check those folks out. But again, if you have someone else, please let me know if you're getting stuck. Let me know as well. I know some of you folks uh, probably might not have the book. Don't panic, but you still have time. Make sure you order that. Because on the reflective writings, read the chapters 1 through 3. You might actually be able to find some of the first 3 chapters online. And the folks that have taken my sport marketing class, same thing with the reflective writing. This is actually a doctoral assignment that I used in my doctoral process, where we read 3 chapters and then we reflected on how it resonates with yourself, and then does it have implications for you as a potential entrepreneur in the sports industry as well. So a lot of good information in this book. Like I said, I'm using it myself. And then week 1, what I'm looking for is your final project ideas. And I'm looking for something that, again, I don't want you to just kind of jot something down. It's not rigorous and robust. I want to make sure that you have a general direction of what you want to do, whether it's maybe working in or setting up your own golf tournament for charity, a sports camp for kids, or a podcast. Like I said, the business that I started, it's called Athlete Strat. We're just working with professional athletes and college athletes, both current and retired, and helping them transition to a post-career. I kind of got that idea from my doctoral dissertation as well. So like I always tell all my students, always kind of be thinking of, obviously you have your anchor job where you're making your salary, but what can I do for a little side hustle to make money? But so, for example, if you want to open up your own volleyball camp, then what I'm looking for is you have that direction. Start looking up your resources page to find that information. Obviously, this book is a great starting point. It needs to be graduate level writing and presentation. Again, keep in mind, like you're going on Shark Tank, you want to be direct to the point and have all your ducks lined up in terms of income, expenses, revenue, so on and so forth. So you want to kind of get, leave no stone unturned. So that's why it's good to, if you are doing a volleyball camp, maybe look at some other volleyball camps and reach out to them and just say, hey, I have an assignment at a graduate level. I'm not looking to steal your ideas, but I'm trying to, work on this final project, and just, want to kind of pick your brain on in terms of, how you got this business started, what are some of the challenges, so on and so forth. So I'm sure that be more than willing to help out. And the folks that I give you, like Clint Henderson, Chuck Thus, other folks I know that own their own businesses, they'll certainly be a tremendous resource as well. Again, identifying commonly shared entrepreneur characteristics, assessing personal traits, strengths, determining types of entrepreneurs, evaluating risk versus rewards. Um, so basically you're doing a preliminary of what type of business that you want to open up. Types of innovation. If it's a volleyball camp, are you going to do anything for coaches? Maybe podcast or something online, something creative, innovative that no one is doing. And then, converting your idea into an opportunity. So what I'm looking for this week on Sunday, first of all, is your topic, and then kind of giving me a marketing analysis of if it is a volleyball camp, is it, the volleyball camps around in this area, is it a saturated market? Um, you know, uh, Kind of looking at, sales and price points, identifying market penetration strategy of, am I identifying maybe high school market, college market? Just again, you're coming up with a general outline for this and then explaining rationale for starting this business by utilizing market research. Maybe there's not a lot of camps, or if there are, the prices are kind of outrageous. There's not a lot of facilities to host these camps, so on and so forth. Your business plan, determining the most suitable business plan, reviewing typical business plan formats, identifying common business plan failures as well. Folks that have tried to start a volleyball camp in the past, there weren't enough facilities, or there weren't enough potential customers, so on and so forth. Are you going to do an S corp, a sole proprietor? Are you going to do an LLC? And that's what working with KLR and doing your due diligence on your research for that. The other area too that you're going to find an issue, and we found this issue starting our new company, Athlete Strat, about probably about 2 months ago, is finding a domain name. And that is probably going to be the biggest challenge. And we'll talk more in depth on that because folks are just going online to GoDaddy or whatever other companies, and they're just buying up domain names for relatively short money. And then when you try to get that domain name, they're selling it for 10, 20, $30,000. So they're making profit margins off that. So for me, that was the toughest part as the years go on here. There's not a lot of domain names because you'll need a domain name to give your tax guy to get a tax ID number. So in order to take payment. So there is a process. It's a huge process to this. So that for me, starting, this latest company here was a challenge for us, coming up with a domain name as well. Again, is there any trademarks that you need to deal with? Copyrights, patents, et cetera, if it's a physical product. And then again, what are your choices? I gave you a couple here, but if you have something else that's unique, I've had folks in the past come up with, they were opening up a business for soccer goaltender gloves. I've had folks come up with apps for baseball in terms of hitting mechanics. I've had folks come up with specific camps for softball, just for pitching. So again, get creative on this, and then also come up with an idea that obviously you can hopefully capitalize and make some money off of as well. So that's week one, your assignments. And then at the very end, what you're building up to is your final project. So each week we're scaffolding. So it's almost like a turnkey. By week 5, it's pretty much done for you. So the folks that in the past that just kind of wait and skip over weeks 1, 2, you're only creating more work for yourself. And again, where this is, it's high touch and it's at a faster pace, 5 weeks. Please keep up with the work. So just to recap on the week 1, your discussion is pretty straightforward in terms of identifying a successful entrepreneur. Maybe look at, if you are doing the soccer camp, I'm sorry, the volleyball camp, identify someone that has one successfully. It doesn't have to be in the New England area. Maybe it's in the California area, Oregon area. Reach out to them. Reach out to them now. Don't wait for your book to come in and in week 2 to generate that idea. If you get stuck, reach out to me. I'll kind of help you come out with some creative ideas working with that. Your reflective writing, if you don't have the book, I believe it gives you an outline of chapters 1 through 3 online. Utilize that. If you get stuck on that, please reach out. Your week 1 project, what I'm basically looking for is a PowerPoint presentation to me that I know that you're on a course that's saying, hey, Mr. D'Onofrio, I'm going to be doing a volleyball camp, and this is what I've identified for my market analysis, kind of my business plan, the company, the funding, and so on and so forth. Just a bare bones structure it. I don't expect you to have all of it, but if you don't have a topic and an idea, that becomes a problem. So just week 1, I can't stress it enough. Coming up with the foundational ideas is extremely helpful. The book will help you guide as well. But whatever you need from me, and again, the um, uh, the recordings that I sent out, please reach out to those folks and have questions for them. That's the best way in terms of extrapolating resources as well. That is it for week 1. Please check in as often as you'd like. Carly and I will be traveling. Speaking of Texas, on Saturday, we're going out to a high school athletic directors conference in Round Rock, which is in uh, Austin, Texas area. We'll be there from Saturday to Wednesday, but my phone will be accessible. If you have any questions at all, please do so and reach out at 857-888-1222. I'm excited about this course. Again, this course was designed by myself and Clint Henderson, who I'll send out his recordings as well. Please reach out to Clint. He owns a company called Every Brand Apparel and former owner of the Capital of Coast, which actually started in Austin, ended in Corpus Christi, which I actually physically ran. And then he owned a few other businesses as well. So reach out to Clint and myself and the other recordings I sent out as well. Good luck, guys, and looking forward to working with you the next 5 weeks. Thank you.